Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to SimTraX Broadcasting. We are coming to you live here from NORA at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is going to be an excellent race as the drivers are getting ready and gritting up out here on the track. Last week's winner, you'll notice, is Vincent Arthur. He'll be starting once again in the front row in that number one spot, and we'll get to our starting grid here in just a moment. But let's take a look at our UAW Daimler Chrysler 240 here tonight with the National Oval Racing Association. 160 laps of what we've got lined up for you guys here tonight with a 60% fuel limit. We're going to be kind of aiming somewhere around that 35 to 45 lap mark, depending on the draft. And we've seen guys actually be able to stretch it out even farther than that, so we'll hold them to it and see how they can do. But they'll have 10 sets of tires down in the pit in this fixed setup league, and no mistakes can be made. These guys are going to have no fast repairs, so they've got to be careful. Stella will be joining alongside me on this hot track. Right now, I'm looking at 124 degrees out there, and that's 6 miles an hour wind, even for our spectators out there. 86 degrees in the air. They're going to be pretty happy to have a slight breeze going by. Yeah. Well, they may get more than they asked for if they do something like that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for tonight, as this is going to be a wild one. Let's go ahead and get started on it. Vincent Arthur and Corey Harville, 1 and 2. Brady Motes is sitting third next to Christopher Height. Right now, that moves us on to Kevin Daimler, who sits fifth, and Nicholas Presley. Right now, we're seeing if he can hang in there, sitting sixth. He had a dismal finish there at Daytona, but he's going to be looking to fight back from that. Eric Essery sitting in seventh, next to Dalton Tucker. Chris Snyder is ninth, and Mike Moultrie with the top 10 start. Not definitely no expectation there. He has definitely had an excellent job talking to his pit crew. They expected to see him up front most of the night. Now, Cody Height and Matthew George are going to be chasing here from behind. They're going to see if they can chase right back up to the front and make something of it. But starting a little farther back is going to be the number 8 there of Josh Conover. Moving on to Tay McDonald on the outside of row number 7. Brian Jones sits in our 15th spot next to Jacob Gladelick. That is already way back here in the back of the pack. They're going to be looking to see if they can fight their way up to the front, where Blake Hoppy, Al Likens, Jacob Lee, and James Hudson finish out our top 20. Stella, right now I'm looking at Sam Taylor sitting in that 21st position. He's going to be in the world of hurt here as he's trying to battle back, and Justin Bland should be starting to the outside, but it looks like an EOL for the 99 machine as he's had a 22nd starting position. Dylan Picklesheimer will be 23rd next to Ed Adams, and moving on to the remainder of our field here. Cody Smith with that number 22 in the back, that Caterpillar machine, going to be looking to fight his way up. Stella, right now we got so many drivers, I don't know how they're going to be able to slice through here. But right now, Cody Reeder, Dustin Kleba, Joey Stats, and Jake Christenberry to round out the final here of our field. They've got a tall order to pass. And we've seen it happen multiple times there from Cody Smith and Dustin Kleba. But man, oh man, this is going to be tough, as Christopher Heights had a decent qualifying time. I believe he was aiming for 4th, but right now I see that 97 machine back of the field here, as it looks like there may have been a driver change. So it looks like that 97 is going to be way here in the back. Corey Harville, glad to see him joining us back here. And let's go ahead and get this one under green. The UAW Daimler Chrysler 240 here. Let's get her going. Vincent Arthur in the front. Excellent first lap here as our front three definitely get single file. Vincent Arthur, Corey Harville, and remember I said Nick Presley going to see if he can hang in there. That net zero machine, yep, he slides up to third. Excellent job here so far as Dalton Tucker sits fourth, and Moultrie, who was fifth, definitely hangs on, moves up 5 positions in a matter of a single lap. Not bad there as we watch Moultrie getting going. Right now, Eric Essery, he's our guy on the outside line. Brady Motes sitting to the inside. Great job here as we sling past Barney. Vincent Arthur still in the lead here. Last lap time, maybe 31:05. That's blazing fast out there. No one's going to be able to beat that, as right now, fresh air is key. Vincent Arthur knows just exactly what to do that as that DuPont Chevrolet gets away.
Yeah, we are looking at those fellas in the back. You were talking about how are they going to slice up. We got a couple of them back there that have gone up six places, 5 places, even Joey Stats 9 places up here in just these first couple laps.
All right now we rotate back to Josh Conover. It's falling down to 14th here as the clump of cars definitely starts stacking up here. 4 laps into this one, and we've got guys already taking a couple of different angles. Al Lyken's riding a more higher line here as he had a great race last time around. I know he kind of got pile driven there after Rockingham, but definitely a rough race for him. And Al Lyken's, man, oh man, he would like to get right back to where he was at Daytona and there for the Gatorade duels. Right now he likes riding up front, but right now, Stella, he's sitting about dead center here of this pile. A lot of drivers in front of him, a lot of them behind him, so he's feeling pretty confident. Talking to his pit crew out there, they're saying, well, if they can just get this tire strategy down, they should be able to make some decent passes and be competitive out there today. They've got a good car. They just want to fight their way up to the front and stay out of trouble. That was kind of the one thing they underlined, is staying out of trouble, not getting in any pileups out there, and they should be able to have a good night, especially for the team.
Yeah, you're talking about Al Likens. He was rocking and rolling last race, but ended up 13th 4 laps down. That's not his usual place now that he's really up with the contenders, so to speak. But he is up a place in the standings after 2 races. That'd be ending Rockingham. He is sitting in the top 10 at number 10 spot.
Yeah, we rotate back here to Joey Stats, who gained 9 here already on the night. Outside line for him, as it seems to be rolling backwards on him just a hair, but man, that turn exit speed is paying off here. Boy, oh boy, is he working it there on the outside. That's now 10, moving him up to 18th, and he's still charging along. But Stella, is that outside line going to be the key to winning here tonight? Right now I'm seeing Vincent Arthur up in the front, isn't doing as much, dropping only about a quarter of a lane off from the bottom, and he's still fighting his way up to the front. As we move up to Jacob Gladlick in the number 20 machine, you see him rotating on the bottom where Tay McDonald holding that top line. Still starting to swivel around a little bit. That's Joey Stats, going to see if he can hold him there again. Tay McDonald not going to be able to rotate up to the top. The Stats dives into 1 high line.
Yeah, Tay McDonald is, the cat machine was almost doing a Logano move there, saying, oh, there's a tiny little space, I'm going to squeeze in. Tay McDonald eating a sandwich right now is not really enjoying it and dropping back a little bit.
Yeah, Tay McDonald, this unfortunately drops him down to the 20th position, and it's hard to look forward when you're less than 10 laps into this race and you are already on the rock backwards. This is not looking good. Currently still not showing Justin Bland out there. Taking the wheel here tonight is our 29th driver. There may be some trouble. And speaking of trouble, Cody Smith up into the wall. Already getting a separation from the pack. Our back 5 drivers here off by about 2 seconds. And Cody Smith, that is not where he wanted to be. He wanted to work his way back up to the front, but as you see, Sam Taylor, Christopher Heitz, Cody Smith, James Hudson, and Jacob Lee. Now I see out there in the chat that BPay27 is looking for redemption out there from Jacob Lee, looking to see if that Valvoline machine can fight his way out there. But right now, tons of battles out here all over the track as we move back up here to Ed Adams in the number 21 Motorcraft machine. Check him out on the top side. That Ford trying to chase along with Joey Stats, and Joey Stats has yet to start slowing down at all. Right now, his speed is sitting pretty solid out there at a top speed of 193 miles an hour. Joey Stats, 32.13. That's only a 1/10 of a second slower than our leader.
Yeah, he just took over Jacob Gladlick's place, who also is out in the chat, waving hello to all the fans out there. Yeah, Nick Eilis is kind of laid up in bed. You mentioned Christopher Heitz is taking his place in 97 tonight. Jay, of course, is rooting on number 20. And we have FP out there who is saying, go Al Likens.
All right. see we got the number 77 cheering on out there. I see all the rest of you guys out there viewing. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you can blow up our chat. And definitely we take a look and see what you guys are doing out there. I want to take a look at Jake Christenberry, though. Christenberry has moved up 8 positions so far. We sit on top of his machine. This is Tay McDonald here to his inside. Single file most of this race, but we've got a pile of cars back here. All these guys battling for the same position. Tay McDonald almost sidesteps the car there. Boy, right now his Dodge Intrepid not looking good here. Trying to see if he can hang on. Oh, man. Right now, that Echo Electric 06 trying to see what he can do and make something of this race. Wow, stats off the wall.
Yeah, barely, but it's not gonna do much for his paint job.
No, it's not. Notice the 21 is starting to drift around these turns. Ed Adams, here it comes. Right now, I guarantee you, Gladelick is puckered up here as he's watching that 21 slide that rear end around. Goes ahead and makes a full clear here, but is he going to be able to hold through 1 and 2? 3 and 4 didn't treat him so well. Up into the wall there in the back. I think that might be the 31 there of Blake Hoppy. I might be wrong. I think we go farther back. That's the number 2 of Dylan Picklesheimer who's up into the wall. And seeing if he can fight back. Dustin Kleba, high side. Taking a look. Let's see if we can get a left front view. Whoa! All right, well, Jake McGladelick got a little shove there. Not real happy about getting cut off.
Who would be?
Yeah, let's check in on Cody Height here. Cody Height currently running in that number 15 machine. You see him outside line here. There he is. Right now outside there of the number 1 of Brady Moats. Moats trusting the system here, working on the bottom, seeing if he can chase Al Likens. Likens seeming to make good headway up front. From 18th to 9th, that's not bad. Our front 2 drivers still remain in their respective qualifying positions as they keep racing this one out. Notice that number 1 machine. Just trying to see if he can get a good rotation out. As you see Josh Conover as well out there in the Dale Jr. car. Chasing right behind.
Yeah, it's nice to see these retro paints. Dale Jr. car, looking at Napa, the Caterpillar. I like it when they don't just drive the year car, but they make it look like the year car.
Yep, so you can enjoy Brady Moats out there in the John Andretti paint scheme. He's definitely keeping something going on there. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, that should be Matthew George behind him there in the number 25. So right now, the Hendrick Motorsports team is ganging up and working and fighting their way up to the front here. I'm going to say that about 5 more times. Fighting their way up to the front. All right.
There's going to be a lot of that tonight, so.
Yeah. Right now, I'm seeing a little bit of struggling here from Cody Smith out there with Bill Davis Racing. Seeing if he can get something. Right now, he's sitting 22nd back there in the pack of pack. Christopher Heights looking to see if he can come up with a little bit of an answer as well. Seeing that he is our sub-driver here tonight. Christopher Heights out there with Hendrick Motorsports. Not bad here so far. We do keep an eye here on Stats, Reeder, and Kleba. 13, 10, and 10. That's the amount of positions they've gained out there. That is definitely a huge mark there for Everham Motorsports. Number 5, the number 19, and the 9. Definitely working their way up. I love to see it. So a lot of driving out here, Stella. We see guys taking a single file. We see some of them lower on the track. We see some of them higher on the track. As right now, Corey Harville was keeping up there pretty close there with Mike Moultrie, as Moultrie's moved up to the 3rd position. Not to say he's barely got it here, but just a hair. You see him right here in front of Dalton Tucker and Nick Pressey. But Vincent Arthur, once again, is driving away with another race here, and that's definitely starts taking the wind out of your sails. Seeing that number 24 Chevrolet out in front, Vincent Arthur might be going for a back-to-back run.
Oh, I would not put it be put it beyond him by any means.
Yep. Vincent Arthur definitely making a show of it here. Corey Harville sitting second as we move back to Moultrie. This should be in the number 40 car of Sterling Marlin. Ooh, little drift there by Dalton Tucker in the 42. Right now he's trying to show Jamie McMurray. He's proud of racing his paint scheme out there. He's currently holding 4th here on the night. Great job here so far, as I believe Brady Moats does a little bit of a blink out here as he slides into the 9th position. Conover, Moats, and George race alongside each other a lot here in this league, so they are fairly certain they can work together as a team and fight their way up to the front. So that is definitely going to happen and a possibility. But Stella, the single file part is the only thing that I think makes a lot of drivers nervous out here, whether or not they're going to be able to do something with it. But what do you say we get 2 Codys heading down into pit road? Drifting in is going to be Cody Smith. Cody Heights leading them down. And Jake Christenberry is working his way out of pit currently.
Yeah, I was kind of curious if he had come down for anything other than fuel.
4 tires for all.
Okay.
Yep.
No damage is all I was looking at. Was there any reason, you know, did he scrub the wall and need to come in? It just looks like a standard pit stop.
Yeah, pretty much standard pit stop here. 31.5 seconds. Most of our drivers are doing. Only person to break under 31 seconds is Vincent Arthur, our guy out in the front. He is currently running a 33.23, so a huge amount of fall off here early into the race. Curious to see how long Vincent Arthur decides to stay out, and I answer my own question.
Now.
Yep. So that's going to leave Harville and Moultrie out there. I would probably say not too long. These guys are going to be hanging out there on the track. Not when you have a fall off of almost 2.5 seconds here. And they'll see how it going. All right, Jessica out there rooting on Smith. Jessica and Elizabeth are out there cheering them on. Yep, so we'll see how Cody Smith does out there. Right now the number 22. Definitely making some work of it here tonight. And Stella, we talk a little bit about each and every driver out here and really what options they can do, what they can do to push their way up to the front. But the big question some guys raise is, you know, how critical is the pit strategy here, and what can they do to offset what has happened out here? Some find that there's a problem with the car, if there's any adjustment they can make, or as the track begins to change and they just aren't able to come up with any sort of an answer out there. Some of these guys will have a hard time battling back if there is a mistake made down into pit road.
Yeah, well, you were talking about the change in the track. The temperature now on the track is 132 degrees. So that's a change. It's I can't imagine that they're not running on little Jello cubes.
Now we take a look here. This is actually a pass here for, I believe, the 13th position, and it is. That should be Height going in and fighting on around. Getting the pass here on lap number 28 for these two guys. Right now, hanging that high line is going to be Cody Smith. Most of our drivers heading back down pit road again. Essery, Gladelick, and Hoppy. Moving us on to Josh Conover, who came down on lap number 23. Vincent Arthur coming down on lap number 24, so he's trying to split it here. And we'll see if everybody else hangs out somewhere between 20 and 24 laps. Seems to be when everybody is out there drawing the line, realizing there's just not enough speed out of that race car. Go ahead and bring it on down. And Stella, I believe we are finishing up the last of our guys coming down pit road. James Hudson in the UPS, number 88 out there for Dale Jarrett. He is working his way, and Dustin Kleba, I think, is actually working his way.
That has made now 2 pit stops this evening.
That is a drive-through penalty here for Kleba.
Oh, no, I was talking about James Hudson.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, James Hudson looked like something happened. There may be a mechanical issue with that race car, as it looks like they put the hood down and they are wheeling him back to the garage.
Oh,
Yep,
because I saw him in there for 19 seconds and then now again for 18.
Yeah, 26 seconds here. That is a heartbreaker. That's going to be tough. Dustin Kleba looks like he ends up going a lap down here, as he ended up having a survey drive-through, came in a pit too fast.
Well, he's going to have his work cut out for him
Yep.
getting back up there again.
Yep. Checking back in, that is actually him entering pit, exiting pit too fast. If you enter pit too fast, you are held in the box by the iRacing officials out there. So let's move up to Tay McDonald, who's switched up his game. Right now, 4 tires of fuel for him. 45.93 seconds in the box. Not too bad. Pretty average there, but looks like he gets caught up in a mess of cars here. Tay McDonald, our first driver who came down into pit road back on lap number 16.
That has to be his entire time on pit lane? On pit
Yes.
road, 45?
Yep,
Okay.
in and out. In and out, so not bad. As he is unfortunately falling backwards now. Looks like the tires are starting to set in. Consider he did 16 laps. He's now double that and back out onto the track. And McDonald wheeling his way backwards as we keep our eye here on the number 45 of Brian Jones. Now Jones, another Evernham Motorsports driver, following behind the number 33 of Corey Harville.
Boy, he's working that door draft, if there is such a thing on this track.
Yeah, I'm trying to find another groove out there. I'm so glad to see how these Gen 4 cars make this a multi-groove track. Maybe when you get more to the next gens, these are almost single file, impossible to pass. But this has given Brian Jones 11 gained on the night. Somebody else who's done 11 as well. Josh Conover is currently sitting in the number 2 spot. Right now, he does have to make up some distance to find Vincent Arthur out there, about 3.32 seconds.
Yeah, it's 3 seconds behind Josh before you find Corey Harville.
Yeah, definitely a huge separation out there. We'll take a look at the car numbers on the track and see what you can see right about the top of the track there. You see the 24, that's the 8, and then you're looking for the 33, which is the next pack. The 9 car of Dustin Kleba is a lap down, so he'll end up falling backwards on that. So we'll keep an eye on see how if Kleba can come back from this. Seeing a minor pit strategy and some issues out there caused more trouble for him than it was worth.
Yeah, I believe they may be catching up here to Sam Taylor also in the number 12 car.
Yep, Chris Snyder,
that
Tay
will end
McDonald getting loose again. Yeah, something's wrong with this car. And that'll be the second week in a row that 06 has had problems. And I'm fairly certain, I don't think he finished the race at Daytona. So right now, tough race here for the 06 car out there.
Yeah, he disconnected.
All right, let's get back up to the front here. Because right now you see the number 9 shooting on around as Dustin Kleba wanting his lap back. Still has to chase down another 3 seconds or so to find Vincent Arthur. We'll see if that holds up. All right, some of these drivers are getting up around 201 miles an hour. Remember I said Joey Stats was doing 193 before. 201 the last lap. So he is actually picking up the pace here. Glad to see the track is settling in for these drivers. They're working out quite well. Nicholas Pressey enjoying some of that speed. It looks like he's getting ready to make a pass here on height. Full, complete pass, and he gets it. Pressey up to 7th.
Ooh. Yeah, but man, he went down on that apron quick. I was afraid he was going to lose control. I guess it's not quite so bad. Some of these tracks have a line there that you might as well be crossing into a danger zone.
Yeah. Somebody else I see in the danger zone here as we look back off Cody Height's machine. Take a look back at Cody Smith here and kind of compare what you see to Matthew George. We got some right front damage on the 22 of Cody Smith.
Yeah, I shouldn't be able to see that tire.
No, you should not. You kind of want to have these things about as slimline and aerodynamic as possible. So right now, you already know Smith clipping the wall once, and his spotter is keeping an eye on that right front tire. We don't see any smoke right now, but no contact. That's a good thing. So right now, he should be able to hang into it there. We'll definitely keep tabs out there on the number 22 Caterpillar machine. Cody Smith, whoa. Yep, here we go. So Cody Height rotates down, collects Esser.
Wow, and nice save. I mean, into the grass and back up, pretty much painless.
Yep, that could have been
Good
a lot
shake-up,
worse.
though.
Definitely could have been a lot worse. As you see the Tide machine looking here to the inside. That's going to see if he can move Cody Height back to the 13th position. They are all chasing Al Likens, who's been on charge up to the front yet again. Likens definitely moving it here in the 77. Stella all pretty much calm on the eastern front here, where we see Vincent Arthur, Josh Conover, Dalton Tucker sits third, Mike Moultrie is fourth, Corey Harville is our fifth place driver.
And the western front, since we're in Vegas, Brian Jones is sixth, Nicholas Pressey seventh, Brady Moats 8th, Matthew George 9, and Cody Smith up 15 places right now, finishing out the top 10.
Yeah, currently our hard charger as that moves us back to Al Likens. Eric Essery sits in 11th and 12th. Cody Height is 13th. Chris Snyder in the 48 machine looking to see if he can move his way to the front instead of backwards. Currently down 5, and that moves us right now. Yep, that moves him up to 13th as he puts Cody Reeder in the rearview mirror, and Cody Height's going to round out our top 15. Yep, that gives us Joey Stats in the 16th position, Jacob Gladelick 17th, Blake Hoppy is 18th, Jake Christenberry in the 19th position. That gives him, well, almost had it there as Christenberry working his way down pit. He had 19th, now down to 20th. That's going to bring us to Tay McDonald in 21st. Christopher Heights, 22nd. Jacob Lee, 23rd. Dustin Kaliba and Sam Taylor, 24th, 25th. Still all out there driving around. Currently, Dylan Picklesheimer, I'm showing him out there on the track, currently down a lap. And Kevin Ballmer, he is down a lap as well, currently sitting in 27th. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he might actually be down 2 laps out there. James Hudson is the only driver to take it back to the garage, and Justin Bland was able to qualify, was able to get out there, but no can do. Problems with the race car, maybe metal in the oil. So that is going to do it for him, unable to take behind the wheel tonight. Great job here by Vincent Arthur in the UAW Daimler Chrysler 240. This has been all Vincent Arthur's race here, as he is currently out in front by 4.6 seconds. This is definitely a huge turn for him. He's going to want to continue this roll, but as we move back here, Mike Moultrie and Josh Conover. Right now we're getting pretty close, as right now Dalton Tucker's sitting right in front of him. So the 42, the 40, and the 8, 3 closest drivers out there on the track.
Yeah, I also saw Jacob Lee in the number 10 car had a tiny off-track incident, but did not bring up a caution. He'll keep going to fight another day.
Yep, as he's had the slide off track, that was him entering pit road. So he might have missed that the commitment cone out there. We'll see if Jacob Lee has to serve any penalty time.
There's somebody else that just was coming in through the grass to get down pit road.
Yeah, well, as these tires start to wear in and they're not getting traction any longer, they start sliding down. Looks like Vincent Arthur is taking much better care of his tires this time around. 33.10 for him last lap. So Vincent Arthur having a great run here, and he may have been able to stretch this out another couple more laps, and we'll see our leader head on down pit road.
All right, well, our 2 takers that are down there now are heading out. And I don't see anyone who has tried a different strategy, short pitting or 2 tires or anything like that. So it's basically everybody is on a level playing field here on lap 47.
Now definitely cooking those tires off. These guys are having some having some problems out there as now everybody's getting well separated out there on this racetrack. All right, take a look. Two more. Here goes Josh Conover. We'll see if he made it. Having a brake check right there at the end as he sits behind Dalton Tucker. To a couple of drivers here in the top 5 heading on down. Mike Moultrie decides to stay out. Something tells me Moultrie's trying to line up his pit strategy a little bit different here than Vincent Arthur. Now, Moultrie came down on lap number 26 last time down. For Vincent Arthur was on lap 24. So Moultrie has been moving his way up to the front, having fresher tires later on. And currently right now, Moultrie's actually running faster times out there than Vincent Arthur. 33.3 for Vincent Arthur and 33.1 for Moultrie, and almost the same again. Still a tenth faster is Moultrie than Vincent Arthur, so I'm thinking Arthur might be checking up just a little bit. He does have a plentiful lead out there of at least 3 1/4 seconds, but Vincent Arthur, his time to come down pit road will be soon as he decides to stay out there a little bit longer. A little smoke out there on the track.
I noticed that smoke.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I'm not mistaken, that may have been Smith working his way on down. As we take a look at it here, looking to see if we can find. Yeah, looks like they got that fender off just a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Now, if I were him, coming down on a caution, I definitely want to pull that off that right front fender there.
Well, there goes Moultrie, Brian Jones, and Ed Adams, as well as Christopher Heights, hitting the pit stops.
Yeah, Dustin Kaliba is going to want to stay out there as long as he can. Remember, he's down a lap.
And Vincent Arthur.
All right. Yep, he finally has called it here as you see him heading down pit road currently. Rainbow Warriors getting ready to do their job. Here they go. And we move our way back out to the track where Nick Pressey, Brady Moats, Eric Essery still hanging out there. Right now, that only leaves us the top 8 drivers that haven't pit. We're seeing if they can get a little more going here. Take a look at the 32, Essery, going ahead and letting the number 10 on around of Jacob Lee. Lee came in on lap 44. No, much fresher tires. Go ahead and let him go. And Essery having a heck of a ride here tonight. Unfortunately, his pit stop may unfold. It's going to kind of ruin him, send him back down to around the 14th to 15th position. A lot of drivers a lap down here. If caution were to come out, this would be heartbreaking as they're trying to see how it's going. Looks like Stella out there is fixing somebody's computer.
Well, Jay's out there looking for a 2032 battery. Easy peasy, Walmart.
Yeah.
I mean, either that or if you're really desperate, take it out of the fob of your car.
Yep.
Singular, number 31. Matthew George is coming down into the pit.
Yep. Still waiting to see when this Robbie Gordon machine decides to come on down. Blake Hoppy's been pretty quiet here. This series was definitely a force to be reckoned with last year when we were out there in the next gen machines. And that has been a shuffle up here as we move these guys into the Gen 4s. Give them another 200 horsepower and a little less
weight.
traction out there.
Okay.
And that is what we're watching them do battle. Eric Essery, Jacob Gladelick, Blake Hoppy are now our only 3 out there who have yet to pit.
They're roughly 20 laps older tires than who will be coming out now.
Yep. Worst case scenario here we're looking at.
Here
Ooh,
they
man. Gladys almost can't get her slowed down. Leaving us with our last vehicle out there. The Ricky Craven number 32 Tide machine. Like Eric Essery has yet to pit. It should be his time in, this time by. So Tennessee Boydley getting ready to head on down. Yep, there he goes. That's going to do it for him. Throwing in the towel. He leads in front of Vincent Arthur by 26 seconds. Vincent Arthur trying to scramble and get away. Josh Conover's got him within a second.
Ooh.
Yep, Dalton Tucker only a quarter of a second behind that. Moultrie came down on lap number 49. Now that gives Moultrie actually a 1-lap deficit as Vincent Arthur stayed out till lap 50. We decided to stay out there much longer. He took care of those tires, and I think he's going to do just that as Vincent Arthur goes ahead and regains the lead back out front, lap number 56.
Yeah, but he has lost his lead by half, now being only 1.3 seconds ahead of Josh Conover.
Yeah, well, that's not going to matter too much here. Let's take a look here at our battle box. Right now, Vincent Arthur, 1.4 seconds and gaining. 0.5. Vincent Arthur starting to pour on the coal here. Let's see if he can get away from the number 8 there of Josh Conover. Every couple of turns, he shaves off another, or he adds another a tenth of a second. That turn, they gave him 0.2 of a second. So right now, he's seeing if he can churn through. No can do. Let's move back here to Al Likens again. I think he's getting ready to apply some pressure here to Matthew George. We're just taking a look, and we hop on board here as we've been once again with Al Likens.
There he is. Hamilton, Kentucky. All right. Usually I think of Kentucky, I think horse racing. This is just a different kind of horsepower.
We got a little something going back here with Chris Snyder and Cody Height. Just go ahead and fizzle out. Ooh, some left rear damage there to Cody Height. That's not good. Let me see if we can... Yeah, look at that damage.
Ow.
Yep, nice little crunch up there in the left rear corner. FP out there rooting on Al Likens. Likens now up to 13. Trying to keep going here. This is Matthew George looking to see if he can get that spot back. And that's going to go to Likens. Likens got it.
Ooh, nice. Thought he might have given him a little tap to say bye.
Right now, this is Matthew George riding here on the inside with Al Likens. To the outside's Cody Reeder. Reeder getting up close to the wall here. Right now, only 2 drivers laps down here. I believe Kevin Baumler is working his way back down pit road. This will be his 3rd time tonight. This one almost seems unscheduled out of the number 30. As Dylan Picklesheimer is down a couple laps as well. He is currently sitting in that number 2 machine. Not had a good night here tonight. Boy, look at the squeeze there. Not bad here. Cody Reeder there on the inside. He's up 12 positions, looking for that 13th. He's got it. Good drive through. So number 19 holding on. That Jeremy Mayfield car running down the 15 of Malka Waltrip here. Waltrip's now going to be at the high side. Ooh, way loose, and that's that downforce fumble here. And Stella right now, these guys are starting to bunch up.
Oh,
yep.
No.
The number 12 getting sideways out there. That is Sam Taylor.
Redoing the landscaping.
Holy cow. All right.
Kicking up some ritual trails of mud.
Yep. Sam Taylor didn't really let off there. I don't know if that California bluegrass out there is rated for 130 miles an hour.
I didn't know they grew bluegrass anywhere else but in Kentucky.
Have you seen the people in Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Where is the stadium that has blue AstroTurf?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Somebody out there has to know.
Yeah.
Because actually you can't call it AstroTurf because that's only in the Astrodome. Blue artificial turf.
Sure. All right, Stella, walk us through Mike Moultrie here, looking at Josh Conovers. Our first caution comes out. Clutch in for Moultrie. He's going to try to save fuel here. As Matthew George looks like he's going to be our first guy around here tonight. As the 25 machine seems no worse for the wear. We'll take a look at that race car. Oh, there we go, Boise. Oh, front. Well, somebody chewed on that thing and spit it back out. Ouch.
All right. Thanks, guys. I knew there was one. Oh, yeah. Looks like he got pinched.
Yeah, not only that, he's got some damage to the left front as well as we get an overhead shot here of Matthew George out there in the number 25. Brian Vickers is going to be kind of sad to see his paint scheme getting all messed up here at the UAW. Daimler Chrysler 240 here tonight, here with the National Oval Racing Association. I'm going to cut away and take a look as everybody coming down pit lane this time. I guarantee you this will level the playing field. Let's take a look at Matthew George and what causes our caution here tonight, the first one. This overhead view here. Here's George. Stats. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Stats is around. Holy cow. Yeah, I think if George had checked up there a little bit, he might have been able to lessen that damage.
Yes.
Al Likens, though, boy, he skate through that one.
Yeah, I saw the 20 of Gladlick cruising through the middle there, rubbernecking.
We'll see if we can find... Whoop.
Yeah, little chopper view I think would show if he had any assistance from behind.
Yeah, I think what I was looking for is trying to figure out who that yellow car was that was nipping through. I thought it might have been Smith. Because you kind of see it all unfold in front of him here. Here it is. See stats rotate up, clink. Boy, yeah, and you think that 5's coming back down. Woo!
Oh yeah, we have seen it before.
All right. You know, yeah, we might be able to get more of a chase cam here and see what happened to Joey's stats. Let me take a look. Here we go.
Just crunching much.
Yep. And George is hooked into the wall already. He finally gets it popped off there. Oh, and I think he even turns left into him. Ouch.
Yeah, so insult to injury.
Yep, a little extended time down pit road here for Matthew George. Check in on Joey's stats here. Looks like he maintains lead after getting spun around out there.
Lead?
Maintains on the lead lap.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry, I was kind of honing in there to see how bad this car looks. And he's actually looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially a spin out there and then a light tap from the front end there.
Like Jay out there said, they got out the sledgehammers.
Yep. All right, we get double file again here. As we get ready to get back under green, Vincent Arthur, Josh Conover, Mike Moultrie. Outside line as the lapped cars line up on the inside. Right now might be their time to shine. 4 tires of fuel for everybody out there. They got plenty of rubber to put back on that car, so no sense in going back out there handicapped. So let's keep it going. Lap 69, 70 at the line.
Yeah, and first through 17th all came in on lap 66. So, like you say, everybody's back to even again.
Yep, pretty tough here as we're watching a couple of drivers trying to squeak through. And now Jacob Lee trying to hang in there. Sit on board with him.
Somebody up there is trying to do a little redecorating of the wall. Ooh, again.
Yeah, I think that is actually,
Oh!
Yep.
Wow.
Lee into the wall.
No, I was watching 12.
Yeah, well, hold on. See, right there. See how it hooks into the wall? Jacob Lee can't get it to disconnect there. And he's going to suffer a lot of right front damage to that machine. So, really, he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. And if I'm not mistaken there, Stella, Heights is the one in the backup driver here, and he's the one who you said who's been swinging from the outside to the inside here.
Yeah, I was still swimming with what Sam Taylor just managed to do. He was sideways over there drifting down on the bottom line and managed to pop it back. And that was, to me, some wonderful recovery.
Yep. So we take a look at Brian Jones here. Oddly enough, yes, this is sixth place. Leave him 2 seconds off pace here. Right now, the 45, trying to see if he can come up with something a little different in this race car to see if he can get back up there. He's gained 9 on the night, though. Has Corey Harville currently in front of him out there in the number 33 tracker machine. Driven by Kerry Earhart.
There we go. He gave him a little love tap on the back quarter panel there when he first came up, but I guess Corey got the memo.
Yeah, we'll see here right now. A little bit of a correction here. 33 is actually being driven by Corey Harville, and Blake Hoppy is actually driving the Robbie Gordon machine. The 33 are mixed up here. All right. Let's take a look at Hoppy, though. His boys look like they're moving fast back here, though. Look at that. This is Hoppy trying to get around the 22. Hopefully his spotter's alive. Yeah, B-Pay saying the camera curse because it's on him. He goes into the wall.
Yeah.
I would say, and I wasn't trying to make a complete defense out there for somebody, but the average strength of this field is already at 3,000 out here as an iRating.
Yeah.
Yes, that is impressive. That is as a high number. Vincent Arthur's currently sitting at 51. 5,100. Brian Jones at 6,000.
I was going to say, I know there's, I've seen a 7,000 or something that exists, but wow, it's really up there.
Well, those are your aces. Definitely the guys you expect to see up front. Josh Conover, here he is sitting second. Moultrie Trey's chasing him, though. As the Battle of the Beers go for it here on lap number 77.
That's pretty funny.
Where's Sim Elliott when you need him? Take a look at Mike Moultrie. Right. Giant mustache. All right. Stella, only one caution here tonight, back on lap number 65. And right now we are still pretty solid out here. A couple of guys still sliding around, a little door contact with one another out there, but you got to give it right now. Look at Dalton Tucker. Tucker trying to see if he can fire around Mike Moultrie here. Moultrie holding them off, though, staying on the bottom.
So we're looking at, they've been out there 12 lap tires. Would assume we're broken in, we're sticky, we're heated, whatever. Are they now with this 131 degree temperature getting slippery?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, cold tires, hot surface. Eventually they got to meet, and then after that,
yeah, what?
A lot of fall off. A lot of fall off, and that's what you get with a hot track. So there is Dalton Tucker. That was the battle for third. It was because Dalton Tucker's getting ready to start putting the distance on that number 40 machine. So Moultrie. Let's see if he can chase him here. Don't think he's going to be able to get anything for him.
Yeah, I think this might be the hottest track I have ever seen.
Yep. Normally this track in Phoenix will be your hottest tracks.
I would figure. Yeah, wherever in Arizona. Okay, Phoenix.
Yeah, I knew Phoenix, they were starting to get nervous because some of the pit crews out there said their shoes were melting to the ground.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no. So imagine you're on your hands and knees out there sliding around, putting tires on, and, you know, you put your hands on it and, nope. All right, let's see if we can find us a fast driver out there. What about Cody Reeder? There we go. Cody Reeder's starting to pick up the pace here. 32.55 out of him. Excuse me, that's out of Corey Harville. 32.19 is out of... Wow, here comes Reeder to the outside. Boy, almost made that pass look easy there. Gets a good turn exit. Follows through on 3 and 4. Going to put the 33 machine in the rear view.
Wow, yep. And he comes down across his hood and makes a statement.
Yep, Al Likens following just same suit here as he moves up to 10th. Esri sitting in 11th. Pretty rough start for him since since he was qualified in 7th here tonight. The only two drivers who still hold their positions is Nicholas Pressey, who's currently in 6th, and Vincent Arthur, who still holds our lead here tonight. So Stella, this diamond in the rough that we call a track, this has been pretty rough, you know, a pretty wild track. It's got a little bit of history out here as these guys move around out there in the sand and somebody's moving up there along the wall. Cody Smith goes ahead and encourages that damage to come back on the right front fender. Holy cow. Yeah, that Caterpillar machine's going to be in some trouble now.
Yeah, he's crawling along.
Yep.
You just fed me that one, sorry.
Right, yeah, and let me guess, he bulldozed the wall too. Come on, let's go. So talk to me about Vegas here.
Well, what would you like to know? I mean, it's not an old track. Opened in like 96. I think they started racing NASCAR here in 98. One of your favorite drivers was the inaugural Cup race winner.
One of my favorite drivers?
Yes.
Oh boy, I was going to say, I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Well, I figured that it's usually Mark Martin or Tony Stewart.
Yep.
So, at least the back in the day kind of thing. So.
Yeah, Martin was out there for a good while.
Yeah, but there's only one driver so far to win back-to-back-to-back races here. And that's Jimmy Johnson. In 05, 06, and 07.
Right. Take a look here. Dalton Tucker as we look off the left rear quarter panel. And Mike Moultrie trying to make an attempt to pass him here. Well, that Coors Light machine definitely hanging in. Right now, Jay out there saying, I'm at least not a Denny Hamlin fan.
Uh-oh. Ooh, you're making enemies.
Yeah. Ooh, little slip up here from Tucker. Great angle here we're taking a look at. Right now, this is the battle for third that continues on. And Stella, guess who started to fall off here?
Oh, yeah, looks like Vincent Arthur because Josh Conover is under a second, under a tenth of a second even.
Yeah, right now Conover's trying to switch it up here. Conover was on the outside, then down on the bottom. Oddly enough, Vincent Arthur races out there on the asphalt, and Josh Conover races on the dirt. So these two race car drivers are going to go at it. Inside line here for Conover. First time during a green flag here, Vincent Arthur's going to be losing the lead, as right now Conover's making a bid for it.
a bid, but I don't know if he's going to get it on this lap.
Yeah, right now right now Conover is working hard, trying to see if he can get him here. Vincent Arthur, calm, cool, and collected as you look out that netting. There's Conover. Boy, he fights him off. Great job by Vincent Arthur maintaining calm there on lap number 88 on to 89. The 24 stays in the lead.
Yeah, he's just keeping him awake so he doesn't get bored up there.
Well, right now, this is the closest person to be able to reach out and touch him here.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be pretty close. Give another peek back here at Moultrie, as right now Moultrie has not only lost the battle there to Dalton Tucker, but Brian Jones is now overtaken.
Yeah, that brings both Brian Jones and Josh Conover up 11 for the night so far.
Yeah, right now, 2 by 2 out there. Vincent Arthur and Conover going at it for the number 1 position. Dalton Tucker and Brian Jones. Oh, excuse me. Wow, Dalton Tucker and actually a lapped car, the number 25 out there of Matthew George, who's down, I believe, 3 laps. Right now, that is Dalton Tucker trying to get around him, and then that brings us to Brian Jones and Mike Moultrie. So they're still set up in pairs out there as they're side by side. Normally, side by side racing allows the rest of the field to catch up. As I'm showing currently, Christopher Heights off track here.
Oh, no. Let's not get hold of the cars coming out of pit lane either.
Yeah. Right now, I'm wondering if he was cut off trying to head down pit road. As you see the Robbie Gordon machine there of Blake Hoppy. Shooting on around. Vincent Arthur down pit. Boy, that looked like he came in too quick.
That could have hurt his night.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely going to be fighting back from that one if he came in too fast. Let's take a look here. And see if he came down too fast here, as this is the side-by-side battle. What's going on between him and Conover? Look, late. Boy, as the brakes way after.
Yeah. We shall see.
Yep, so we'll see if he's got a hold. Caution.
Oh, we have a caution. Oh. Now, I can never figure it out. Is that a good thing or a bad thing if you just got your stuff taken care of?
Depends who you are. Right now, this may be a good thing. We're going to have a lot of waiver rounds. And we'll see where this ends, everybody, because Conover's currently sitting down pits. He had already committed. Corey Harville is our driver, who ended up going around that they're throwing this yellow flag out on.
Ah, okay.
All right, second caution here of the night. Almost 100 laps into this race. Let's take a look. This is with Corey Harville, the number 1, sitting right behind him.
Oh,
Of Brady Moats.
He had a bit of help on that turn.
Yeah.
I mean, that almost looked like my foot slipped off of the...
Well,
See,
here's what's getting me. Here's through 3 and 4.
no. 33 checked up.
Yes, that's what I was saying. We're through 3 and 4. 33's lining up for pit.
Yep. Oh, wow. He let off, and Brady just creamed it, just crashed into the back of him.
Yep. Well, we'll see if that'll be a penalty that'll have to be served, as the 33 machine had let off to head down pit road, so he'll be fighting some damage on that race car. Yeah, rough night for our second place starter here tonight.
Yes.
So getting back out there onto the track. Right now, Josh Conover and Vincent Arthur. I'm interested to see where they're going to end up placing these two guys. I'm fairly certain this should put Conover into the lead.
Conover and then Arthur on the outside, and then the first of our lapped cars on the inside line. Right?
No, it would be Conover in the front.
No.
starting on the outside. Conover, Arthur, Moultrie.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but and then
On the outside line.
Yes. I thought you were
Then
saying they
all
were
the
side by side in the first row.
No, no. It'd be Conover, followed by Arthur, followed by Moultrie, and then the inside lane would all be our. Oh, what's happening to Gladlick? Would be our lapped cars. All in
Gladlick's
a
working
line.
his way back out of pit here. Sam Taylor's down there. So he took a light little skid through the grass earlier here in the run. They could go down there and check that car out, see if they can turn his night around at a 21st place qualifying time. And he is trying to see if he can do something a little bit different here to let him go at it. Pace car lights should be off here.
All right.
And that will put Conover into the lead in front of Vincent Arthur. Mike Moultrie be third, Cody Reeder fourth, Brian Jones our fifth place driver. Nicholas Cressy, I've got to say here, the that Zero car is sold for sixth place here tonight. He is not moved up nor down. And Essery fighting his way back, coming up with a seventh. Everybody trying to hurry up here to get these drivers back together. That's one of those things, a little heads-up driving gets these lapped cars back on track here because they want a chance to get back up to the front. But check who is in that front row. Jacob Lee is going to have to get to the start here, and he's going to want to go sooner than later. Green flag is back out. We'll see as Josh Conover gets a good jump here. Needs a strong race car to stay out front of the 24. Vincent Arthur noticed that fresh air was the key to his success early. But now this will be his first time, I think he'll be sucking somebody else's tailpipe. Giggity.
Yeah. We'll see if he's using high test or jet fuel.
Yep. Right now, Mike Moultrie trying to keep that race close. As 1, 2, and 3 get taken off here. Still, we got some lapped cars they're trying to fight through. Cressy holding on to sixth as he's working his way around. That looks like Matthew George in the 25. Good slice down there by Brian Jones. That's going to allow him to get underneath Cody Reeder. There's the shot, and he's got it. Fourth. Very, very close here right now. Vincent Arthur making a shot here for the inside. Knows if he doesn't get that fresh air out front first, he's going to be in trouble. Oh, Arthur dragging it out of that turn here just a bit. Conover wants to keep it close. Caution.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Back under caution. Jacob Gladlick showing way off speed here. As I rotate back to the number 20. This time we'll blame this one on you here, Stella. You said, whoa, what's happened to the number 20? Only when he was pitting.
Okay.
So they want to get up to speed as fast as they can to save as much pit time as possible. You got to wrap around the track to find that pace truck. As Josh Conover passes the line here. You get lap number 98 started. They're looking for the pace truck. And that's one thing you'll see everybody kind of fumble here, Stella. That pace truck is not slowing down. Right now, Josh Conover driving up to find it. Here we go. So pace truck middle of the backstretch here. Guys need to catch up. And I would say this is the hard part. See how far everybody is?
Yes.
So you're the driver in 24th position of Sam Taylor. Right now he wants to get it. If he wants to come into pit, how much later he's going to be because you can't pass under caution. So they really need to start clumping up here. And get caught up to the rest of the field. Cody Smith is one of them. He's got to squeeze up closer to Dustin Kleba there, which, oddly enough, here you go, Stella. Dustin Kleba has made it back onto the lead lap after a speeding penalty.
I like it. They quote him here as up 20 places.
Oh.
Josh came down.
Whoa.
I did not see that coming.
Josh Conover, I believe, came down on lap 91.
He did. Oh,
my gosh. That was a
What
Days of
in the
Thunder move if I
world?
ever seen one.
Jacob Lee
Holy
just took a
cow.
spinning backflip with a jackknife and towed.
Holy cow. All right, first things first. We got to figure out what caused our caution out here. Jacob Gladelick, I said, was in it. But we don't know for certain exactly what happened or what caused it.
My goodness.
Yeah, something tells me this is far ahead of him. Yeah, he's checking way up.
Yeah, and there was smoke he was coming into.
All right, let's see if we can find out what happens here. Get us a different angle.
Yep.
Oh, the 32.
Yeah, he was up into the back of 6 first.
Yeah, but the 10 got caught up too. Yeah, Jacob Lee got hammered here. Let's take another look at it.
Boom. All right, snapped him right back into shape, though. Forward we go.
All right. Now, that didn't work out very well for Jacob Lee there. I'll say the woes continue here for Jacob Lee. This is entering pit road. Now, remember, he's got all that damage here. So I don't know if this contributes to what happens next. Whoop!
Oh.
I wonder. There he is.
Blinked out.
Yep.
Let's see.
Oh, boy.
No.
You know what they're going to do on that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a penalty. The guy on the inside.
Yep, the 48. He should have been to the outside line. We are under caution. So Chris Snyder, I think, will be dealt a penalty for that.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, B-Pay not happy out there about that call, about what happened. Yeah, not 100% sure. There is passing allowed down pit road unless there is a issue where somebody's going a lot slower. We'll see if that is going to cause any more problems. All right, here we go. Mike Moultrie. Holy cow, Moultrie to the inside.
Wow.
Yeah, lap 102. Moultrie turns on the afterburners here. Slices to the inside, but remember, Vincent Arthur's a very patient driver. Outside line for the DuPont. Hanging in there, Arthur at the line. Woo, we got him. 15 thousandths of a second. That's how close it was, bumper to bumper at the line. That's going to leave him very, very close here. Watch the pull through on the turn. And he's going to leave the Coors Light machine back in the dust.
He just let Mike Moultrie have a little taste of the front.
Yep.
But not a full sip.
Yeah, not yet. Now I rotate back here to Dalton Tucker. You see Chris Snyder. I'm wondering if he's fighting some damage to the front nose of that car. You see him getting a little loose back there as he currently sits in 13th. Dalton Tucker, he's been up in the top 5 all night here, currently sitting in 11th. That's right now, Gladelick and Reeder side by side here. Boy, look at this backstretch run here. 42's got a choice to make. Now as they see if they can slide on by. Looks like the 20 car is slowing down. Everybody's shifting to the inside. We hop on with Chris Snyder. Snyder trying to take a look here at Vegas. 104 laps complete here in this race. We've only had 3 cautions during this race. Not bad. And definitely still, I've got to admit, with as hot as this track is, I thought we'd have more. These guys have really been working it here. Notice the 20 car down here on the bottom. I see smoke up front.
I do. We've got people people popping off the walls and everything.
Yeah, that should be the number 2 rolling on back again, Dylan Picklesheimer. Picklesheimer may have been held down toward the bottom. He's suffering a lot of damage. Hopefully his car does not end up blowing a tire here. We'll keep an eye on that. There's the number 1 of Brady Moats. Remember, he got involved. And the caution out there, got a driver turned around heading down into pit road. I don't think it was really his fault, but he ran out of real estate, and that cost him. Jake Christenberry at his highest point here of the night, currently sitting in 10th. Christenberry up 19 positions. That CarQuest machine, awesome job here tonight. Right now, Kyle Busch would be pretty happy to see him out there in his race car.
Robert Jones is currently setting the best time on the lap for tonight with a 30.858. That is even faster than our leader has managed to go, even battling for first place.
All right, well, we'll definitely see if Brian Jones can continue that home field advantage here as he shoots his way up to the front. That 13 gained, awesome job here. Moultrie sits 3rd, Pressey is 4th, Harville 5th. Now we scratch our heads at the pit call here by Josh Conover coming down to lap number 99. 4 tires and fuel again, looking to see if he can offset it by about 6 to 7 laps difference on the tires. We can see how much fall off there is. Conover might have something up his sleeve here that may work for him later on. Right now, Conover's running about 0.2 faster than any driver out there on the track. So waiting to see if Conover's able to kick it in and come up with a little more here.
Yeah, having over 2.5 seconds behind our leader, that was a risky decision.
Well, the key would be for Conover not to burn his stuff up trying to chase him down. He's got to maintain and just kind of hang back a little bit, but that's easier said than done. Over top, this is currently Josh Conover chasing down Nicholas Pressey, who finally uproots himself out of that 6th position, currently sitting 4th. I believe Cody Reeder and Al Likens. Both these guys gaining a bunch of positions here tonight, both of them in the double digits. Al Likens up 11, Cody Reeder 18. Dalton Tucker drops down to 9th from his original qualifying position. And once again, we see Jake Christenberry. Looks like a little fishtail from him in the back. Looks like Nick Pressey is under fire here. Josh Conover to the inside. This is the battle currently for 4th position. Conover going to send him in. Boy, give it to Pressey. Going ahead and squeezing down there onto the bottom. Conover had to enter that turn a little bit sooner than he wanted to. Pressey sliding out of the turn. That's going to have to give that one up. Conover earned that one. Let's rotate back. There's the number 33 of Corey Harville. Remember, brought out the caution on lap number 92 from contact there with Brady Moats during a pit stop. Ended up getting the Tracker Boats machine turned around as Dalton Tucker is chasing him here.
Yeah, you see here coming out top, Brady Moats is sitting down in 17th, back 14th from the starting place after that tussle up.
Yep. Now let's talk a little bit about Joey Stats as well. Stats currently sitting there in the number 5 machine. Can't mistake him for the Terry Labonte car. But right now, Stats had been churning up front. He's gained 15 on the night, but it seems his roll has kind of slowed down a bit here. I expected to see him continue churning forward to get to the top 10, but I'm wondering if he's starting to meet guys that are running the same pace that he is.
Well, if they're running the same pace, the only thing you can do is run a different line.
Definitely, you can try. Right now, that Michael Waltrip car toward the top, and it's hard to say. He's definitely keeping it to where he can't rotate all the way out of the turn, but he finally clears it here. Singular wireless, 31 of Blake Hoppy to the inside. So, yeah, right now, Cody Height not having a good run here as he's stuck toward the top line. Up close to the wall, that's going to give it another position. and Cody Smith. Smith now works around him. Height on the roll backwards. Height blinking.
Yeah, he was a little worried there. Whoa. With your Napa car coming off the wall. Yes, way.
Under green flag, Vincent Arthur is coming down pit road at 116.
And I think he had pit at 96. I mean, he's figured out that he can go the rest of it. Must have. Otherwise, why in the world would he do this?
Dalton Tucker now joining down as Brian Jones leads his first lap here of the night. Brian Jones under fire here by Josh Conover. Conover around the outside of Moultrie. Right now, these are our top three drivers. Fantastic work we're seeing here. Conover to the inside. So Brian Jones enjoys the lead for just a little bit, but can Conover pull through? Can he make a full clear? No. Right now, Brian Jones is going to squeeze him. Right now, looking off the side of Brian Jones' car here. It's the Budweiser machine to the bottom. Backfire out of the side there from Conover's car. Ooh, little nudge there to the paint. That's going to cost him. Boy, if you couldn't ride any lower, they're going to show you just how to scrape that bottom. And I think Josh Conover is trying to get a little annoyed here with Brian Jones. His work up toward the front has been stellar lately, but he has been battling, trying to find that move and find this groove so he can get past. Right now, each lap that he rides past him, every turn he continues to battle, is chipping away time at his lead he could be gaining, and the amount of life there's going to be left on those tires if he wants to make a breakaway. Conover finally gets out front, fresh air to the nose of that car, and let's see if he can get away from the rest of this field. Vincent Arthur currently a lap down, I believe, checking about 37.7 seconds behind.
Wow.
Yep, well, right now, if a caution comes out, you want to talk about a heartbreaker for Vincent Arthur.
Well, he would get the lucky dog.
Lucky Dog came in 04?
Yes. Let me check something real quick.
Thank you. Yep, right now, Jay out there, he is on top of it. 40 laps left to go here. We're riding with Moultrie.
We will have Lucky Dog and wave arounds enabled.
Beautiful. All right, so Dustin Cleveland wasn't that good of a driver. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing. I'm glad to see Cleveland back after his hiatus there for quite some time. I heard his kid's doing just fine. Appreciate his wife out there watching the kids so he can come out here and race. Ooh, little wiggle there from Moultrie. Something on that track starting to change up a little bit.
Yeah, he can't get more than a quarter of a second on him.
Well, now that he's got that lead, there's no sense in continuing to push. Remember, now he's got to be in tire-saving mode.
Okay.
So it also looks like that track is starting to cool down a little bit. I believe 123 is where we are currently sitting. Moultrie coming on down. So Conover takes it to almost lap 100 on his pit stop. Cody Reeder thought the same thing. Joey's stats play copy as well. And they may be able to stretch it, let's say 123, and then try to reach as far as they can to make it to the end with fresher tires than what Mr. Vincent Arthur will be holding on to. I'll tell you, a caution comes out, it's going to take everybody's scheme and throw it right down the garbage. That's going to be no good. Oh, man, look at the entrance in the pit. 33 of Corey Harville not taking any chances this time. He slides into pit road. No, in football, they said you hear footsteps. I'm wondering when you get rear-ended if you start hearing car engine revs.
Ooh. or screeching tires or something.
Yep, Al Liken's been pretty quiet here, currently holding in 11th. Vincent Arthur will be the next one trying to pass him here. Conover still holding on to the lead. Vincent Arthur gets his lap back as he is just past Conover. Conover running 32.71, not bad time, but that's going to be a lot different than Vincent Arthur's 31.47.
So he is currently sitting in ninth, right behind Eric Essery.
Yep. Essery right now is a little under 17 seconds out front. But all these guys pit on lap 99. Boy, that's going to make for a very close squeeze here. I would be concerned if Vincent Arthur's going to be able to make it.
You think from 115, not going to make it?
No. Right now, we've seen a maximum of 24 to 28 laps.
Woohee. Sorry, that was a wild corner. Well,
right.
Here comes Josh Conover and Joey Stats and Cody Height.
Yep.
That's half of our 100 lap pit stop people. Everybody else is from 115 and up.
You remember anybody that hung out there a little bit later, fuel will last longer, but the tires won't. So this is going to be an interesting shootout as we're going to have guys on fresher tires trying to run down the ones that are barely slurping up the last bit of fuel to make it to the line.
Should be interesting.
Yep, very interesting. Right now I'm interested to see if Vincent Arthur can make it. He has to make it 35 laps and possibly all of them under green. But that would be definitely definitely a nod out there to Jeff Gordon, who used to run it to the point where he couldn't even get a burnout in. And they would have to push him around for his victory lap. So if he can make it here on fuel, that's going to be tight. Yeah, 115. Right now that leaves Conover with fresh tires on 126. And well, 11 laps is a lot of difference. So the
I was very surprised.
Yep, so the UAW Daimler Chrysler 240 here. Definitely taking a crazy turn of strategy here at the end. Kleba, Reeder, and Essery still remain out there on the track. And as I say that, that's going to bring us Kleba and Reeder. And leaving us the Ricky Craven car of Essery, who's going to get out front and lead himself a lap here.
All right.
As we hit lap number 130. Closer and closer they go. Guys, if you think you can hang with this crowd, if you think you can race as well as these guys do in the Gen 4s, the National Oval Racing Association is still recruiting and looking for drivers. We can fill this field up to 43, and that's what we're recommending. We'll see how it goes. Right now, Ken Kleba out there saying Dustin's son will be sitting next to him next year taking lessons. He already sits in front of the TV to watch NASCAR. All right. I say I highly recommend going to YouTube. They got a lot of the old races on just like we're looking at here. While those NASCAR films will be doing quite well, I'm hoping maybe people will go back and look at the races that NORA puts on here. You can find those out there at SimTraX Broadcasting, all their races, even from the Next Gen Series, and here at the Gen 4. Our last holdout working his way down pit road. Vincent Arthur will be quick to scoop up the lead as he is back in the lead, and away he goes. Only a second out in front of Brian Jones, as you said, was knocking down some of the best times. And the only other driver, as I say that, the only other driver, Nicholas Pressey, also broke under a 31-second lap, as well as the number 22 machine of Cody Smith with a 30.9. Definitely blazing speed out there when you get around that kind of speed. Right now, Vincent Arthur hasn't hit a time like that. Some of these other guys. Right now, I'm looking at 30.88 by Pressey. 30.86 by Brian Jones. So he still holds the record. As Brian Jones is working on reeling in Vincent Arthur. 1 second behind has now been cut down to just over half a second. Brian Jones trying to reel him in here.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent gain against Vincent Arthur, I must admit. You're showing Tay McDonald.
Yep, yeah, we are. And right now, we kind of everybody rally capping just a little bit out there. Josh Conover has now moved up to 7th. We're going to see whose pit strategy comes out on top. Crossing the line here after too much longer with 25 laps left to go. Can the tires hold out? Can the car hold out? Right now, still, I'm wondering if Conover is going to try to ride it out as far as he can. If Vincent Arthur is doomed to pit one more time, he may have the upper hand here.
Yeah, I would love to see this this strategy work out for him. But I don't know. You're telling me he's going to be on fumes.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close. Appreciate all you guys joining us here at SimTraX Broadcasting, bringing you the UAW Daimler Chrysler 240 here tonight. The National Oval Racing Association would like to congratulate you for joining them here tonight, and thank you and appreciation for you guys joining them here tonight. Once again, if you think you can hang with these guys and you can roll just as fast as they can, go ahead and join up. There's nothing stopping you other fear and opportunity. All right, 45 machine. Brian Jones reeling in Vincent Arthur here. You see he almost makes contact with the back of that DuPont machine. That's the 45. I expect to see him hang high, as Vincent Arthur's been able to fend off just about everybody. Whoa! Yeah, I'll take a guess what that was. Welcome to pulling a little bit of that side draft off. And that was the downforce that Vincent Arthur needed. And he was not able to get it. 24 wants to rotate up. 45, great job with an adjustment through the turn, through 1 and 2. That's going to give him half a car length heading into 3.
Boy, that is not being afraid to get right up close and personal.
Yeah, you want to see fresh tires. Watch these guys shoot up from the back. As the number 12 of Sam Taylor starting to catch up here. And the number 40 machine, and we all know who that is. That's Mike Moultrie. Moultrie coming alive. Moultrie coming in on lap 122. Fresh tires around he goes. And I expect to see Moultrie take the lead here. Yeah, as we say that, here comes Conover. Conover coming in on 126. Currently sitting only about a second off Vincent Arthur. Arthur sideways.
No. All right, hangs on to it.
Caution is out.
Definitely have the caution there.
As contact with the number 12 here of Sam Taylor and Vincent Arthur. Boy, that's going to make for a rough ride here.
Yes.
Yeah, pace car's entering 3. Come on.
Hey, go. Push the gas pedal. I don't want to be 400 car lengths behind when they get on pit road.
As we're listening to the radio chatter out there, you do hear them getting annoyed. Everybody wants to get down pit road, and no one's catching up to the pace car. Moultrie.
What happened, man?
Oh, well, they
Went to
in.
pit, and then the lapper behind me didn't know, so
Josh
I'll
Conover
take that one.
did not, did he?
I thought he was going to go high, and then he got loose on 2
yes,
and was
he
far
did.
enough behind that I thought it was going to be okay. He got loose on entry, and he caught up to me and didn't have time to stop.
Well, this is usually your sweet spot that you tell me.
Yep.
If you're about 20 laps out, you go in if there's any way, shape, or form you can do it.
Well, this is the only way to level the playing field here. Right now, the biggest one we're going to be seeing, Vincent Arthur out there, Moultrie. We're also going to have Josh Conover that's coming on down. And boy, oh boy, are we going to have our hands full when Brian Jones gets in the mix. Now, we heard through the radio chatter out there, a little bit of radioactive action that Vincent Arthur is calling from the number 12 that says he didn't know he was going to pit. Number 12 got loose coming out of 2. Arthur thought he was going to be able to make that turn, and we'll see what happens. So we'll see if Vincent Arthur calls it right here, as Vincent Arthur's slowing down and clinks him.
Yeah, if he doesn't radio up and let people know, I can see that being a point.
Yeah, and that's hard to say. You know what I mean? It's.
Oh yeah.
Let's take another look at it here. Oh well. Yeah. First of all, we see Vincent Arthur getting loose there before he heads down into pit road.
You think that might have been the initial touch of the brake? Let's
of
see
him trying to slow
it
down,
got.
right?
Yeah.
But one, he was entering pretty late into that turn,
Yes.
so that kind of catches him off guard. The number 12 didn't expect that. But I mean, I would say even racing out there, and iRacing tries to help people. If you hit that number 1 button on the keyboard, it tells you and tells everybody on the track that you're pitting in. Some people radio up to let them know. Vincent Arthur maybe doesn't, or the 12 doesn't have anything on and has no idea that any pitting was going to be happening. But when you're hanging up there and you're rolling that kind of speed, I mean, it's a lot of things happen. You can just see one little mess up here, 1/2 a second decision can end up changing your race. So Vincent Arthur currently sitting in the
15th
position. He'll be lining up in front of Dustin Cleveland behind Tay McDonald here. So with 20 laps left to go, and I'm sure we got, I think, another pace lap here. This is going to be pretty touchy. Nope, pace lap is off. Sam Taylor fights his way up to the front. He'll be in the lap line car. And we're going to see if Vincent Arthur can catch Mike Moultrie, Brian Jones, Josh Conover. Green flag back out, 19 to go.
Everybody pretty much holding their line now at this point. Wonder if they're all like, please, let's just see if we can get to the end in one shot.
Yep. Well, I like to draw a big circle around Cody Smith out here. 21 positions gained, and Jake Christenberry with 24 positions gained. Nobody outside, actually anywhere on the track, has decided to take any different time out here and take only 2 tires. Everybody, 4 tires and fuel back out onto the track. The only big thing we want to keep an eye on is Vincent Arthur, who's right now on a tear trying to get to the front, and I think he just put it in the wall.
Well, Vincent Arthur also had an exceptionally long pit stop this last time to fix some of that damage with 27 seconds. So he may not have been able to fix all the damage he needs, and that's why he's flipping around here.
Yeah, taking a quick peek at it, Vincent Arthur looks no issues there. I don't even see a scrape on the side of his car, but he drops back down to the 17th spot. Presley McDonald right now almost seeming to box him out here, and that's going to leave a bunch of drivers who have opportunities to continue fighting for the lead. But Stella, look at these times. They are flying now. Mike Moultrie, 30.92. Brian Jones, 30.72. And he's nudging him here. Jones gets into the back of Moultrie. Moultrie's not going to be happy about that. And I think somebody's going to get put into the wall.
And Josh Conover is just saying, let me get through before it happens.
Yep, almost 3 wide here as Conover thinks about sliding underneath. But as you can see, as Conover gets close there to Moultrie, Moultrie starts losing some downforce and starts sliding a bit. So right now, Conover's got to make a choice here where he wants to slide through. I would not recommend the center. Here we go. Conover notices that Brian Jones gets a good pull away. That's going to give him the opportunity as they shoot down the backstretch. 15 laps left to go here. Right now, this is Brian Jones's view out front. Piece of cake, track to himself. Josh Conover is going to
Totally.
put him under fire here in just a moment. 14 to go.
I was gonna say, Josh Conner is right up there in the mix. He's not all by himself. One of those 49-second leads.
No. No, he's definitely trying to work on it here. Looking at Vincent Arthur locked into 16th and gets around Tay McDonald. I think next will be Ed Adams here on his list. We'll check back in on a race leader who led the most laps here of this race, fighting to see if he can get back to the front. And right now, it looks like the Cinderella story not going to happen. Boy, I'll tell you what, right there, Nick Pressey has just not put his name on the 24's list. Vincent Arthur is upset.
Oh. Yeah, but I mean, Pressey's spinning around and fishtailing and doing all kinds of wild stuff.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, if there isn't a caution here, I would be surprised. Right now, Vincent Arthur's getting ready to fold his doors in. Or cutting him off and running him off the track. Holy cow. Boy, there's a good rivalry we might want to keep our eye on for the remainder of the season. There you go. There's Vincent Arthur pushing him up the track a little bit. That way he gets him out of shape. Pressey enjoys that line, though. He's going to see if he can pull on through, but boy, he's not going to be able to make that turn. Wow. Stella, we've got a little bit here and everywhere. Vincent Arthur finally gets that 14th spot, and there isn't a spot I've seen so far that Vincent Arthur has been able to come back, and he has not had to fight hard to get. Here's Joey Stats currently running on the inside of Blake Hoppy. Hoppy trying to get that Robbie Gordon machine out in front, and he does. Whew. I don't know about you guys out there. I think you got a little hair raising there for just a moment. Everybody battling out there on the track, looking for a little extra angle.
We are at 10 laps to go.
Yep. And here comes the pass. Josh Conover takes a look to the outside. He's not going to get it, but he's going to have a turn exit speed here and see if he crosses him up. 45.
Oh.
I would almost say is the 45 checked up a little bit. That way the 8 couldn't swing down. And slice underneath of him for 3 and 4. So outside line is going to have to go to Conover. As he holds it, Conover into the wall. Conover trying to hold on to it here.
That's 4th.
Damage to the right front for Conover. Brian Jones leading this one. No contact there between Jones and Conover.
No, but Al Likens is coming up pretty quick.
Yep. Al Likens' time to shine is now. He's got to make it happen. He's running out of time. This 1.5 mile track not been too good to a lot of drivers. Jacob Lee ended up taking her back to the garage. Back on lap number 97. James Hudson took his back to the garage on lap number 26. Currently, I've got everybody else out here on the track. Matthew George is underpowered, though. As we are side by side here for the lead. Brian Jones and Mike Moultrie. Moultrie, you better keep that name in mind. That's going to be a household name after tonight. So far, that number 40 car here to the inside. Right now, Cody Smith watching this all happen in front of him. And he wants to figure out where he's going to fit in. Is Smith content with third?
I think he'd be content if these guys didn't bump in together and crash into the front of him.
We're going to hang in there. See if we can get it going. Scott and Elizabeth are watching out there for Cody Smith to see if Smith is going to be able to slice through. Right now he's lined himself up for a podium position. Conover trying to make a comeback, 3/4 of a second behind. Here we go. Smith might have the time. Do not put it into the wall. Remember, they fought that fender off way too many times.
Yes.
They're not going to be happy. Do not go to the outside. All right, Smith holding on to it here. 1, 2, 3, 5 to go. Yeah, currently getting up around 189 miles an hour. They're starting to slow down just a little bit. The cars are starting to show signs of fatigue here. Conover wishing he had the draft. Right now he's able to creep in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Vincent Arthur holding on to 14th.
It's under a second, but that still looks like forever.
Yeah, that it does.
Fast.
Well, that battle side by side here with Moultrie and Brian Jones continues. Moultrie to the outside this time. He might be able to get a full clear, but it looks like he's going to get in the same Conover issue. Just can't get blocked, and he gets him. Right now, Moultrie's got to look out the windshield and drive this race without staring at that rear view mirror. Holy cow. Excellent race here so far. 3 laps to go. All right, now I see Al Likens back here battling. Currently looking for that next spot. Jake Christenberry and Corey Harville are getting ready to mess each other up here. Now does Brian Jones start thinking about sending it into the turns here and trying to get him?
Christenberry is in 5th?
Yes. Up 24 positions on the night. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, only 2 more than Cody Smith. Smith's up 22 with 2 to go.
Wow.
Yeah, Smith getting nervous because right now Conover's getting a lot bigger in that rearview mirror. Smith gets a good turn here. A little bit of that draft bubble. Look at him reel him in. He just needs to set and pick and choose. Oh, there. See, take a little bit of that downforce off the 45, and he's getting loose. Smith might be able to gut it here for second. With the 2 of them battling, this is allowing Moultrie to pull away. Cody Smith to the inside.
Final lap.
Right now, great job there by Smith. Expect retaliation. Brian Jones is going to try to come back and get him here. As Moultrie is driving away with this one. Smith trying to hold that line. See if he can pay his spotter just a little extra. We'll find out if his salary is sufficient. To the inside for Jones. Moultrie to the line, wins it. Here it comes. And Smith comes in second. Beats him. Stella,
Wow.
official time.
You are looking at Cody Smith is 0.45 behind Mike Moultrie, and Brian Jones is 0.07 behind Smith.
70 thousandths of a second.
Hundredths. Oh, 70,000. Okay.
There you go.
Sorry, babe.
Yep, no one says that. All righty.
700ths? No?
No, absolutely not. Nope,
Okay.
not in the automotive world. We measure everything in thousandths out here. Here comes Dalton Tucker, gives him a little nudge. Doink. Awesome job here. Awesome job. Mike Moultrie coming away with a win. Cody Smith, fantastic. Right now, I bet you Jessica and Elizabeth are jumping for joy here. Because right now, Cody Smith gaining 23 positions on the night, nails second. Brian Jones gets third. Fantastic race here by our guys.
And just off the podium, Josh Conover in 4th. Jake Christenberry, again, up 24 places tonight, rounds out our top 5.
Holy cow, what a run out here tonight. What a run. Yeah, Mike Moultrie deserved that one. Boy, he fought all race to get that.
All night.
Yep.
Sure did.
Excellent job. All righty, everybody, hold on there just a moment. We're going to go ahead and pop up our finishing place and our order, unofficial results, until everything is sifted through out there of where all your drivers ended up. FP, great broadcast. Appreciate you, buddy. Definitely try to make it as interesting as possible up here. Definitely bring it to you guys live and in charge. All right. Awesome job here. Awesome job. There's a driver I didn't expect way back there, Essery. 22nd. Yeah, tough for some. Vincent Arthur did end up finishing 12th. All righty, you know what time it is. Hold on. Las Vegas Motor Speedway comes to a close, and we'll talk to these guys about the race. All righty, everybody. We are finally chasing down all of our drivers here tonight. The one I definitely circle here is Brian Jones. Hard-fought race here tonight, man. What a run here. Talk to me. What could you have done different out there to come away with a win?
Well, I could have saved my stuff a little bit better there at the end. It was just the circumstances, having to battle Josh, having to battle Michael, and then Michael again. It was just too many battles to save the tires. I think Michael, he restarted in first place, but he knew that we were going at a pace that was a little too much. So he kind of backed it up, saved his stuff, and then got us there.
Yeah, tough race here. This moves us to Atlanta, and a lot of guys were sliding around this track. A lot are going to be sliding around there. I mean, what do you offset with a finish like this moving to Atlanta?
Well, it's just another opportunity. We'll see if the 24 doesn't show up or whatever happens, but it's just another chance to get a dub.
Yeah, Vincent Arthur being pretty tough out there. He's had a lot of running, and I know Josh Conover, he was trying to make something of this race as well. Talk to me about your sponsors out here and the people out here watching the race, bud.
Yeah, Home Field Apparel, they are dropping Season of Speed. It's going to be this, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday. So there's going to be some really cool NASCAR apparel on there. It's coming out this Wednesday and this Thursday. So go check it out and use code Alanis20 for 20% off your first order.
Cool. How do I get to Home Field? What are we talking about, homefield.com?
Homefieldapparel.com.
Beautiful. That's what I'd love to hear. Brian Jones, congratulations and bringing that Dodge home into third place. We'll see you in Atlanta.
Thank you.
All right, Brian Jones, awesome job there, awesome job. And another guy who did a fantastic job goes to Cody Smith in the Caterpillar machine. Cody, what a run here, dude. 23 positions gained. You brought your Dodge home in a very respectable position.
Yeah, I went from the back to the middle, back to the back, and then strategy played out well, and we got it up to second place. So I'm thrilled with how tonight went.
Man, I tell you what, you had a couple of fans out here that were watching you. They're pretty excited, rooting on the 22 machine. Talk to me about them and the people on the car, man, and what we're going to do at Atlanta here.
Oh yeah, that's wifey. She supports me. Heck, even on her lunch break at work, because she's on night shift, she'll watch the race. But she took tonight off, sat next to me, and watched it on the iPad all night. So she's my most dedicated fan, and I'm lucky to have her. And then just a 22 Caterpillar Dodge 04 season. No real personal sponsors, but I guess Caterpillar.
All right, man. Awesome job here. Atlanta's going to be tough. What's the toughest part about Atlanta you're concerned about?
Just how worn it's going to be. Like, tonight was loose. It's going to be even worse at Atlanta. These corners are more compact than Atlanta. Atlanta's corners are a little bit longer, so I think you'll see a lot of people struggle with tire wear last week. I think the 24 is going to be tough to beat again. I think he had tonight's race won. And before I go, I got to shout out the 32 and the 10. I accidentally turned the 32 in the race when we got stacked up there, took him and the 10 out, so I owe them an apology.
Yeah, pretty rough. Well, maybe you can help them with a little bit of draft work there at Atlanta, and we wish you luck there. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great night.
You too. All right, hopefully Cody Smith is able to go back and watch this race because we got a lot of Cody Smith in the screen. But Mike Moultrie is our winner here of the night. What a race here from the Sterling Marlin number 40 Coors Light machine. Dude, talk to me about this race.
Man, I just wanted this bad luck to go away. Bad luck in Daytona, bad tire call at Rockingham. I just wanted to get a good finish tonight. Yeah, me and Dalton, we kind of had a strategy just to, save tires, just ride around, see how the tire wear is, and kind of seeing that, a lot of guys were burning their tires up quick. So just kind of rode around, and when we got to the end, I said, man, Josh is coming fast. So I let Josh go, and I said, you two battle hard, and if I have enough tires saved, I'll try to race you guys at the end. And it worked out.
Boy, yeah, and that was very tough seeing Connor getting into the wall there as well. It seems your time has come. I would say, we expect to see you top 5. A little rough on the qualifying here tonight. Is that kind of going to transfer over to Atlanta, or are we looking for a top 5 start?
It might transfer over. I haven't ran these cars in so long. I've been running the next gen cars the last couple seasons in another league. So jumping from next gen cars to these cars, it's a night and day difference, So I'm just still trying to get the hold on it.
All right, a lot of guys with higher I rating out here, and you definitely are one of them, man. You've been fighting out there around a lot of tough drivers, so these guys definitely give you something to think about. Go ahead and talk to me about the sponsors on your car and the people out here watching you.
Yeah, Coors Light. Dalton, big thanks to my teammate. He's helped me a lot. You guys up in the booth, especially for doing the broadcast and everything. I appreciate it. And hopefully I can talk to you guys again next week.
All right, Mike Moultrie, we're going to hold you to that. Congratulations. You were the 3rd Dodge here in the top 3 to come away with a podium finish. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, Stella, there's our rapid fire there from all of our drivers. Awesome job here tonight from all of them. They have been a fantastic race, especially the way that they kind of boiled down. Now, remember, I said penalties will be kind of churning around out there. Few things may change, and we'll see how all that pans out. And, of course, as always, we'll bring you guys on board and tell you exactly what happened on out there. But, Stella, anything left to add here at the end?
Do not. I like when it's exciting, and they paid for the tickets tonight.
All right, well, side-by-side racing that we see. A lot of drivers that were up toward the front, little fumbles out there. Dalton Tucker down in 13th. I mean, there's some guys who're just like, wow, a lot of guys I thought would finish up there. I mean, the top 6 drivers, the lowest amount of positions gained were 9, and that was held by Mike Moultrie and Josh Conover. Cody Smith gained 23 in 2nd. Brian Jones gained 12 in 3rd. Jake Christenberry gained 24, which is our hard charger of the night, finished 5th. And Al Likens gained 12 to finish a 6th spot. Not bad, but that is going to work for us here at Las Vegas. Appreciate you guys here joining us here at SimTraX Broadcasting. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you think you can hang with these guys, NORA's looking for people here in this Gen 4 Cup Series. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Be well, be safe, be kind. We'll see all you guys next time.